Hi, this is John, West Coast Connects. We reached out yesterday and promised this free video, so here it is. I'm going to keep things really short and sweet. Just want to show you 3 tips that you guys can do to maximize your traffic online. So with that, let me get started. You got a nice clean site here. Love the virtual chat. You got your email, you got your click to call, your request to quote. So lots of ways in which people can convert right from the beginning, which is great. That's what you want in your website. Quick conversions. The one thing I would say when going through your site is that there's not a ton of content here. And content is anything that you could highlight, whether it be pictures, text. In this instance, I'm talking about text. And really, you want a lot of content for a couple reasons. The first is so that you can be found for specific keywords. And you really want to be found for buyer intent keywords, or keywords that people would search for when looking for something. Obviously, 5-star roofing, you would want that for sure. But, if somebody's in North Carolina, they're wanting to search for a roofing company that they don't know. One of the big searches, like roofing company, Charlotte, North Carolina. So I potentially would want to rank for that. So I would have that as a heading. I would have it within my content. I would even save an image as that keyword. So instead of this image being saved as, image whatever, it would be saved as roofing companies, Charlotte, North Carolina. So that's kind of how Google finds you, and kind of how they rank you for those things. They index what you have, the content that you have, and see how it fits with what people are searching. So really important to have content on there. Content's also a ranking factor. So the more content you have on your site, the more likely you are to rank. Google kind of equates content with expertise, right? The more content you have, the more likely you are to be an expert in your field. So content is quite important for a couple of reasons, and that would definitely be my first tip. And seeing what you're not really ranking for any keywords. There's just not a ton. Your site looks great, but it's not really being functional for you and pulling in traffic. My second tip would be to maximize the amount of things that you're doing to where you can pull as much traffic for any given keyword as possible. And what I mean by that is when someone searches roofing company, Charlotte, North Carolina, there's many ways in which they can convert, right? Starting from the top, you have the local ads, these Google guaranteed, and these are a great service, very useful. They convert at a high rate. Being included in these, if you're in the top 3, can really pull in quite a bit of traffic. And what people like about them is that Google guarantees these companies or their work up to a certain point. So it gives them a little bit of freedom of mind. They are a little more expensive. They run a little bit more expensive than like Google ads, but they are very effective. Google ads, which you'll normally see above the Google business profiles here, they're usually bigger. They're usually you can adjust them more, and have a little bit more control over them. They do convert at a much lower rate, typically somewhere between 3 to 5%. So but they are a great useful tool to be seen above the fold and get your name out there. And then obviously these Google business profiles, they pull up a lot of traffic, so they can pull up to 40% of the traffic. So very effective, great way to get jobs. And how you really build up that, adding photos that are geotagged, that have keywords, posting regularly from your Google business profile, filling out the information, getting 5-star reviews. There's a lot of things that you can do that are really effective that will help boost your Google business profile. So, that's a great way to pull traffic, and then obviously organically. And if you're running a local ad, you're running a Google ad, you're ranking in the top 3, and you're ranking organically here, you're going to pull as much traffic as possible from any given search. So really important to be able to be seen in many different ways on any given search. And then lastly, really build up the strength of your site. And how you do that is by adding referring domains, which are websites that send links back to your site. And what happens is that strengthens your site, gives you more power. This is on a 0 to 100 scale. You want as high a number as possible. You typically want a 1-to-1 ratio if you can. And traditionally, you want these do-follow links that send power to your site. And just to show you kind of what that looks like, this is Baker Roofing. This is a back page, actually. So this is their Charlotte Roofing page. And they're getting a lot of power from their site. They don't have a 1-to-1 ratio, but it is a pretty strong page. They have 17 referring domains, and they're ranking on 123 keywords and getting a little under 900 clicks a month compared to your, I mean, zero. You're not getting zero, but you're not getting very many. So I hope this has been helpful. I hope it's been informative. Please feel free to reach out if you have any questions, comments, concerns. Would love to get any feedback from you that I could. But with that, have a great day and God bless.